On a random one, yeah, I had a guy comment on one of my YouTube videos today, yeah, about medical cannabis, yeah. I made a video saying it's got better, yeah. Someone commented on this video basically saying you're chatting shit. As you can see, there's been a little bit of discourse here back and forth between us both. The bud is the same. The import rules and laws have not changed. It will always be over-dried, dead, terpene-less shit, end of. And it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's not the end of, and the bud is not the same. Like, he's saying the import rules have not changed, and it's like, yeah, I get that, buddy. But do you want to know something, pal? The whole time that these rules have not been changing, there's been new suppliers entering the market, okay? There's been companies that produce a better product entering into the same market, making it better. Now you're saying, well, it can't be better because due to the regulations and the dryness and that, it brings it down to here. And it's like, nah, bro, it doesn't. It brings it down a little bit, but it doesn't bring it down to like the standard of 2018. Because I can't lie, go watch any video from like 4+ years ago on medical cannabis, and you show me one person who's done a good review and said, you know what, this is amazing flower. It's good value, it's good quality, it smokes or vapes good, and it's really effective. It's not out there. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't exist because it has been a bit of a shambolic state for UK medical. Like me personally, I've been a patient for about 10 months and I held off being a patient for like 2 years because of like reservations about how shit the quality was. Like, it's notorious for having terrible quality, and that's one of the reasons I started making content around UK medical cannabis, to share my experience, which is that it has got a lot better. So I appreciate this guy saying the rules have not changed, even though I don't appreciate his bitchy little attitude, because he's right. The regulations, as far as I'm aware, and as far as this guy claims it, have not changed. That may be the case. That may well be the case. But the regulations alone are not responsible for the quality of flower. And that is very obvious. I even make an example of this in this video. This Tangerine Boost. Prime example. You see this Tangerine Boost? Shit. Absolute shit. And you know what is not shit? Is this Electric Honeydew. This is some of the nicest flower I've ever had. Ever. And like, that includes non-medical flower. This competes with the best of the best. It burns perfect in a vape. It tastes amazing. The buds look and feel good. They're a bit dry. Obviously, all medical is dry, and that's what he's on about when he's on about these regulations, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is dry, but it's such a small thing that it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't affect how the bud grinds up, it doesn't affect how you consume it, and it doesn't affect the effects that it has on you. And I did say to him, actually, in this discourse, yeah, I'll be making more videos to prove it, so stay tuned, where I'm literally showing you in the video that you commented on a terrible example of some bud, which is this Tangerine Boost, yeah, Glass Farms, grown in the UK. They produce terrible flower. Let me just hold up a little bit, all right? Let me not go full nuclear on Glass Farms, all right? I've not tried everything they have to offer. I can't comment on everything they have to offer, but I have tried Tangerine Boost, and I have tried their Kush Mints, which is in this video as well. It came like the consistency of the nugs was like packing peanuts. It's terrible, and that's because they freeze dry it, but then there's different ways to dry it, there's different ways to irradiate it. So like, yes, the regulations haven't changed, but the way that companies are adhering to those regulations has changed. That has changed. And the fact that there's new, better companies entering the market, which, yeah, you could argue that they have to sacrifice their quality a bit to adhere to these regulations. Dank of England is a prime example. Cookies is another great example. Yes, it's very dry and lacks terps compared to perfectly grown black market bud, but there are precisely 0 people who have perfectly grown black market bud, and that is super true. So I don't know what the fuck this guy has to say about anything, really. The points that he's making to me about it being like dry and lacking in terps, I agree with. His main point of nothing has changed since 2018, my guy, you are on crack. You are on medical crack cocaine if you're thinking that. Some further evidence against this guy's point. Doja UK Medical. Let's have a quick look.
I managed to get some of the Doja Medical before it's released. Both of these are Doja's medical RS11, but one of them's been treated with irradiation to make it sanitary for UK medical market, and the other one hasn't.
Did you hear what this green-haired, excited fellow just had to say? One of them is the normal RS11. It has not been fucked with at all. The other one has.
So if you want to see both of these, click the linked video right here.
You sneaky guy, Drew. You sneaky guy. I thought you were going to get into it. He gets into it in this video, right? And what he says is that the Doja RS11 has a noticeable difference in the quality between the non-medical and the medical version.
So this one is the B that I think is non-irradiated. Bro, that smells... that smells amazing. That smells like... proper RS11. All right, now this one is the one that I think is irradiated. Okay, it smells super similar when you crack them open. Like, there obviously is less smell to the A.
Right, less smell. Okay, he says there's less smell to the irradiated one. Completely fair. No one is trying to argue that medical weed is as terpy as weed that has not been through the same types of treatment. No one is making that argument, least of all me. But he says the Skittles from Doja is almost indistinguishable.
I feel like I get a little bit more from the smell on this one than I do on the other one. But this one, it's like almost impossible to tell.
Almost impossible to tell the difference. Mad.
If you didn't know that one was irradiated and the other one was, like, you would just smell these and think they were the same 100%. You see how...
You hear that? Did you hear what the green man said? The green-haired man? He said, if you didn't know that one was irradiated and the other one was not irradiated, then you would not be able to tell the difference. All right? Is that all right? Jack Hillman, 1955? You must have been born in 1955 to be so out of touch about medical cannabis, yeah? Because surely if you were any age like 40 or younger, you would just get a prescription, have the bud, and think, this is surprisingly good. Compared to everything I've heard about, this is really good. And I'm actually really enjoying this and I'm having a great time. But instead, you sat there smoking Stardog, commenting on my video, telling me how shit my good medical weed is. I think it's great. It works great for me. Like, if I had to compare my first prescription, which was 3 different flowers, all of them were just unsmokable, basically. They didn't burn, not that you smoked them anyway. And the terp profiles were okay. They were okay. A couple of them were pretty nice, but they were overall okay. Compared to now, where on every prescription I get, it is on fucking point. Fair enough, not every single flower is on point. There's at least 1 or 2 things on every prescription that either fall short of my expectations or fall short of how the price is. You know what I mean? The quality and the price, they're not, they're not matching. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's far from perfect. But is it better than 2018? Yes, by a fucking mile, my guy.